One clap. One clap.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Drinkin and Thinkin, guys.
Welcome to Drinkin and Thinkin.
Hola.
Hi, I'm Keith.
I'm drinking. I'm Derek.
I am also drinking, Derek. With a hot cup of Joe.
This is Drinkin and Thinkin, although I guess I'm not comfortable with this particular podcast because one of us isn't actually drinking alcohol.
I'm drinking coffee. It's at least a stimulant.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not drinking water.
Yeah, but we're looking more for depressants.
Well, tell you what, I'll go
Depress off
smoke.
somewhere.
Depressant. I stepped up to the plate with nothing.
No.
Go take some fucking Sudafed or something. All we ask is that you be in an altered state of mind when you do this.
Coffee, man. You give me a couple minutes, and I'm gonna get real chatty.
It's gonna get real.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And you know what? It's a really good time. Because we're on a podcast.
We are.
I don't know if you guys know that, but we're podcasting.
We need to be
right
chatty
now,
Cathy's
live.
here.
This is live.
Yeah.
To be recorded.
We're
recording this
recording
live
this, yeah.
in front of a dog studio audience.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Our harshest critic.
I was expecting like a dog laugh track right there.
Monomer can only criticize himself.
Well, we'll know if we're doing all right if the dog, chooses to listen to us instead of licking his own ass.
So speaking of these dogs, so the other day, Keith and I were driving somewhere, and we were talking about the holidays, and I got an amp and I got a sweet guitar, and things were going all right for the Pinnick household.
Yeah.
And we were making a joke about how I'll probably get hit by a bus. One of my animals has crapped on the floor almost every day since then. Almost every day.
Like
and
in
when
the same spot?
Well, yeah, the dogs have done it in the same spot.
Huh.
And it always happens at night. So I walk out in the morning, I grab Annie, stumbling into the living room, squish.
Oh.
Just barefoot stepping on a hot dog turd.
So it's fresh. Huh?
Yeah.
It's like you're just like 5 minutes behind.
Mm-hmm. But today was particularly bad.
This is what I have instead of coffee.
Today was particularly bad because the cat's not doing great, and he was sick today, and he got sick all over the living room.
And it was territory, huh?
I spent 20 minutes in here with a carpet cleaner earlier today.
Rough night, huh, for the cat.
Well, yeah, that's why he's in a cage right now. Cause I think he's done, but
you can't risk it.
Pets, man.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing that this podcast has been missing, it's cat shitting in the background.
Cat shitting in the background. That's true.
Yeah.
The new podcast from ISayFunnyThings.com.
Shitting and spitting.
Fund our Kickstarter.
Speaking of holidays, we haven't done this in quite a while. So how was your guys' holidays?
Mine was great.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was gone for 2 weeks, so I didn't have to see any of you assholes for quite some time.
We enjoyed that.
Yep.
Yeah, we enjoyed the hell out of that.
Well, yeah, I know he enjoyed it because I loaded my brand new amplifier.
That was great. I played more guitar in those couple weeks than I have in a long time.
Yep.
I played barely any.
Which is sad.
But that's all right, because I was drinking heavily every night, oftentimes with my mom, which is a really new experience for me, because when I was growing up, neither of my parents ever touched, a drop of alcohol. Mm-hmm. And then just as soon as I turned 21, all of a sudden the fucking floodgates were open, and all of a sudden my mom's hiding rum and vodka all over the place. Literally, at one point during my stay down there, she misplaced an entire new bottle of vodka.
Jeez.
And I was like, "Are you sure you didn't drink it?" "No, I didn't." "Mom, are you sure you didn't drink it?" Well,
once you open it, it goes bad. You gotta drink it.
You gotta get rid of it.
She could not prove that she hadn't just drank it because we could not ever find this supposed new bottle of vodka.
Oh, funny.
It was 2 weeks of drinking and hockey. I mean, I was all right with that.
That's a pretty good way to spend the holiday.
Yeah.
Every couple of nights went out for a rip. So.
Oh, did you?
Fucking right.
Jeez.
Those
Christmas,
Canadians.
Well, mine was good too. Saw a lot of family. And I actually got to spend more than 2 days at home, which is kind of how it's been the last, couple of years. Just a quick an in and outer, if you will. But but no, I spent like 5 days home this time, so I got to see a lot of family, and so that was good. So I don't know what else to say. It was you get older and Christmas changes, man. Yeah. Like all of a sudden, instead of like, I still get excited for presents. Like, don't get me wrong. But then, like, I have to suppress it because I'm an adult.
Right.
But, like, every time I gotta wait for, like, the little kids to open those, I'm like, hurry the fuck up already. Like, I wanna open my bag of socks that I know is right here.
I know it's just socks, but I want them.
I want these to be opened right now. So I still get excited about the idea of opening presents. But, like, oh, man. Like, at my mom's house this year, we had 2 little ones over, my niece and nephew. And they are, they're adorable. Little balls of energy that are just running around. But in my mind, I was just like, I'm about to fall asleep if these kids don't finish opening their presents right now. Like, come on.
See, that's the thing, like, I don't mind that, because especially when I go home, I mean, there are always 4 fucking small children there opening presents. But the thing is that at least the past couple of years, my family has done exactly the perfect thing for me, and that for Christmas they don't get me stuff that I would like to have, but they always get me stuff that I can use. Like last year I got the pizzazz.
Ooh, yeah.
And this year I got like a really nice set of knives. And so it's like always stuff that I can use around the house that me being the giant man-child that I am would never fucking buy for myself.
Right. Or know that they exist.
Pretty much. And
so, what's this?
And so that's the thing. It's always really funny because also I get to kind of crush a child's optimism, because what I do is I don't open my presents when they start going, and then they'll open up all their stuff, and despite the fact that they have $400 fucking worth of stuff in front of them, they'll be like, Uncle Keith, you haven't opened your presents. Can we help you? I'm like, sure, open it up. Rip, oh. Rip, oh.
This is crap. This isn't Turbo Man.
Although, I don't know, it was one of the best things this year, because noted podcast regular Wayne Hagel.
Regular.
There's
nothing regular about that man.
Bowels included.
Yeah.
Hey, he's getting up there, man.
He's a Hagel.
It's been poop talk.
He has started an arms race in my sister's house.
Yes, like, go on.
With guns?
Yes, well... so, like...
or is he just acquiring arms?
Well,
from the
just
morgue?
severed arms. And he's racing them.
And
His kids are
he's like planting them in the ground and like watering that shit every day.
Oh, the hand from Addams Family. It's like that.
Oh. It's like the rest of it, though.
But,
anywho.
Okay, I think it was last year he got my sister's oldest kid like this semi-automatic Nerf like machine gun.
Oh.
And
they make those?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they make stuff from Nerf that you and me would have literally killed a man for as a child.
That's all I ever wanted.
I still kind of want to get my dad the Nerf sniper rifle, so that way he can sit out on the balcony and, like, target squirrels. Because I know my dad, he doesn't really want to hurt them, but he just wants to freak them out a bit.
Just wants to shoot at them.
And so I kind of want to get him the little sniper rifle, so that way you just sit out on the balcony and just...
Or I could see it, too, like, your dad's hanging out in, like, the living room or something, and instead of, like, nicely asking your mom, hey, honey, can you give me something? He's just going to, like, shoot her in the ass, like, to get her attention.
My dad would absolutely do that. But,
he'd cover himself in foliage.
He's got a ghillie suit to make it look like he's a chair.
Hey, man, he's ex-military. He probably could do that.
I know. I'm not doubting.
I know. I want to see that.
Yeah. So, I mean, he got just the oldest one, this Nerf rifle, and apparently he just used the entire rest of the year to just torment the rest of his family. And so this year he decided, well, you know what? I'm going to turn the tables a little bit. So he got the oldest kid like a little RC helicopter, but he got the next youngest one a Hunger Games-esque bow and arrow set. Oh. And, like, not one of those crappy ones. Like, this is a, like, fully, like, it's got a friggin' laser sight on it. Yeah. A red dot sight on it.
Man.
And so he's like, I'm gonna escalate this shit. This is gonna be Bay of Pigs right here. And the best thing was the day before Christmas, I was over at my sister's house, and Derek's relatives are down there, his brother Aaron and his wife, and they got the next youngest one his own Nerf gun.
Yes.
And so the 3 out of the 4 that actually have the dexterity to hold a weapon now have them.
So one can like plan assault from above, like a drone attack. The other one can do a land-based assault.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is like friggin' Rambo, like, you know, dressing herself up in camo and hiding in the trees with her crossbow.
she's Rambo.
Oh man, Nerf guns, those are fun.
Like that like I did not go over to that house after Christmas because I'm like, I don't want to be caught in the crossfire.
No, I think the most high-tech Nerf toy, like, that I got when I was growing up, it was like a 6-shooter, and it was like one of those pump ones, and it would like rotate like a revolver.
Shoot the balls?
Yeah. No, I think actually it was still like the dart-looking ones.
Sure.
I can't remember if I had a ball shooter or not.
Ball Blaster, I think was the name.
Ball Blaster 3000, yeah. I think you're right. But no, I think that was the most high-tech it got. And, you know, same with like Super Soakers, too. Those things have gotten... I mean, I've heard it, that
just
they've...
out of hand.
Yeah. It's like,
how much more soaked can one be?
I remember getting the one where you actually had to have like a satch or like a... Oh, why am I blanking out on what they... a strap to like to hold it on there. And it was like a double-barreled one, too. And then you could, like, alternate what kind of, like...
You basically had a Nerf minigun, then?
Yeah. It was a bitch to pump up, though.
I'm sure.
It was a two-hander.
So,
training children for combat. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's all part of the military complex.
Part of God's plan.
Well, one of the things I did get for Christmas, and I feel bad making fun of it because it's something my parents got me because they know how much that I love hockey. Like every time I go down there, I go to a game or two there. Mm-hmm. I feel really bad making fun of this, but you ever get a present, like especially in the past couple of years, where you're just like, why do I have this? Is considered obsolete with everything else that I own.
Yeah,
my parents, I love them, but they gave me a Minnesota Wild wall calendar. And it's like, literally while I was down there, I was helping my mom set up her Google Calendar so that way it would synchronize with my dad's new tablet. Mm-hmm. And so, like, literally, we were helping to set up the digital calendar, but they gave me a wall calendar.
See, you know, you help them with something you understand, they help you with something they understand.
It's just like I still hung it up at home. I mean, it's a nice little present, but it's just like I'm not going to use this at all.
Yeah,
we've got a physical calendar up. It's a calendar of fancy cocks.
Birds, that is.
Roosters.
Ah.
Yeah.
And it's still from last month, it looks like.
Well, it's a proud-looking rooster.
It is. And you can't hide that. You gotta show it off.
Yeah.
That is one majestic-looking cock right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. I usually will get a calendar each year, too, and like a big grab bag of things. And I didn't even, I guess, take mine out of the wrapper last year. This year I did, though, and I hung it up in my office. And then I felt really bad because last year around this time, too, you gave us all Sharknado calendars.
To be fair, I paid $0 for all of those.
It's the thought, though.
I didn't even open my own.
I didn't open it until I was about to throw it away.
Yeah.
You know, because it was the end of the year. And I was like, I never opened this. I'm gonna see what this is.
Flip on through it.
And having never seen the movie still, I'm just like, no, didn't miss much here.
What are these pictures?
It was interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, you really need to watch Sharknado in order to get the intricate narrative that the pictures go along with.
It's sort of like take Game of Thrones and then compress it into an hour and a half, but also make it really stupid. And nothing like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. All right, I'm there.
If that helps you get there.
I'm there.
I'm there, and by that I mean
because I only watched 20 minutes, I think, of Sharknado 2. And then I was telling Keith that I couldn't even ironically watch it. After spoiler alert, after Tara Reid gets her hand bitten off, right. I was just like, nope.
I love watching bad movies, but I've come to just not enjoy, like, when they set out saying, we're going to make a ridiculous movie, and I feel like, I don't want to sound mean-spirited and be like, I'm trying to laugh at someone, but it's like, if the joke is to make something intentionally crappy, then it's not
a lot of times they go
overboard
on the crappiness.
It's like, at least a crappy movie that I'm watching that is just made poorly.
It's funny in that regard.
It's funny in that regard because, I mean, I guess I don't know how to articulate it. It's just something is gone when you. It's like you can't be in on the joke. No. I know it's mean, but I'm trying to laugh at what you've done. I'm sorry that's mean, but that's what I'm trying to do.
You've actually tried to make.
Well, I mean, it's like the Ed Wood films. I mean, he honestly really wanted to make good, like his version of good science fiction, but they always turned out so crappy that they're just funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's B horror, man.
Right.
But when they purposely try to make a B horror movie, then it just turns into something stupid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, which, I don't know if you saw this today, Sharknado 3 is in the happening.
Oh, yeah.
I will probably not watch that one.
Sci-Fi announced after the second one, they're going to make a new Sharknado every single year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Keith, too, I think the reason why this is because Sharknado 2, on its first night that it premiered on Sci-Fi Channel, had I want to say 3.9 million viewers, which was the largest crowd for a sci-fi original movie ever. So we're really doing this to ourselves, I think, as a society.
Yeah, this is our own fault.
Uh-huh.
I suppose we did watch that.
Yes.
And I mean, we were even drunk enough where many things would be funny at that point. I mean, we had been...
Do you want to talk about that, Nick?
The Winter Classic party?
Yeah.
Where we got just, I don't know.
We all had the shits.
Oh, yeah, the day... So, January 1st, New Year's Day, there's always an outdoor hockey game called the Winter Classic. And I always like to have a little party there and get everybody together and make some food, get hammered, and watch hockey. And so, of course...
Good time.
Good way to...
Bring in the year.
It's a great way to hang out on the National Hangover Days. Drink more.
So this year, of course, since I was going to be the one making all the food, I only made buffalo chicken dip, which is just chicken, buffalo sauce, and a lot of cheese. Small tacos. Dereck brought over some cheese soup.
Chicken tortilla soup.
Tortilla soup.
With corn.
And
with corn.
We
and beans.
Beans, yeah.
With all the people there, we proceed to drink approximately 31 beers. And also, Katie Macy, Miss Tinder herself, came over and made something called apple pie, which is made with fucking Everclear.
Yeah, it's not your grandma's apple pie.
Oh, and we just proceed to get blitz. I don't actually. Again, I don't remember you leaving.
Yeah,
it's kind of a tradition. I remember people getting there. I don't tend to remember them leaving. I just kind of wake up the next day and wonder, where did everybody go?
I also, prior to eating all that food, ate 12 chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings.
You were just setting yourself up for disaster.
Oh, I was. We all were.
And so, of course, the next day, we spent an entire day eating just cheese and hot sauce and chicken and drinking alcohol.
Lots of beer. Followed it up with a few random shots, and then followed that up with some apple pie. Yeah. So a lot of stuff was going on. A lot of mixing going on. And roughly around the same time the next day, we're all texting each other, "Oh, I just laid waste to the toilet."
My bathroom will be laid to waste.
Yeah.
It
was tough.
It was terrible. Like, when you consider that my toilet was white, I committed a hate crime. I really did, because good lord. That's the first time I've ever taken a shit and ran out of my bathroom in fear for my life.
So
yeah,
pretty successful day.
That was fun.
Well done. Poops.
Poops, man. So, something that I have wanted to get on this podcast for a while.
Oh, do tell.
I want you to take us to the magical place of Elmo's World.
Oh, Elmo's World. Elmo's World is horrifying. So there's a reoccurring mini segment on Sesame Street called Elmo's World, which is where, as the name implies, you go into Elmo's World, and you're in his house, and everything's very cartoonishly drawn, and there's crayons, and he talks to his table and his chairs, and they're living entities with thoughts and emotions, and he communicates with them, and it's very strange.
So just so people don't get the wrong impression, you are not watching this by yourself because you're just stoned out of your mind.
I have a daughter. I'm watching it with my almost 2-year-old daughter. I'm not just like, oh, well, let's see what's on Sesame Street today.
He's not just sitting around in his fucking underwear and a wife beater, like his hand down his shorts there.
He has a baby in the other hand still.
Yes. I mean, I often just in my underpants and trying to how do I drink coffee again? Kind of waking up. But yeah, so breakfast, we're sitting at the table, we're watching Elmo's World. And the first thing that struck me odd about Elmo's World is that there's a drawing of Elmo's parents in the background, in which Elmo's mother and father have 3 legs.
Okay.
And one of them has fingers on a hand, but only one hand has fingers. It's very odd looking.
Is it low budget?
It's Sesame Street.
I mean, it's just...
I never really watched a lot of that, so I guess I don't remember.
Okay, Sesame Street, they've got the money to put fingers on things if they want to put fingers on things.
And here's, they just, Elmo's going to draw his parents. What is Elmo going to draw his parents looking like? 3-legged, apparently. So that's the first thing that clued me off as, tipped me off as something being weird. The next was they had, every episode has a theme like, oh, today you're going to learn about, hands, and everything revolves around hands and playing a game, throwing basketball. This episode was about skin. And so at the end, Elmo's special guest was a book made out of human skin.
Oh, God.
And it talked to him.
Oh, God.
It had a face on it. And
did each page have a face of the person the skin belonged to?
Elmo's World is the world of Evil Dead, then?
Yes. Yep. So there was that. Elmo's next door neighbor is a hobo, like a tramp-style hobo clown fella named Mr. Noodle.
I know that dude.
Who appears to be homeless?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Appears?
He is very bizarre and frightening. But Amy thinks he's funny. So that's okay.
Oh, you should take her downtown.
I'm funny, so
yeah, that's true. And look at you.
Yeah. Another recurring feature is Elmo's pet goldfish, Dorothy, who is incredibly codependent, and Dorothy will imagine Elmo in different scenarios from what's going on in the show. And so, if it's about skiing, Dorothy won't say, I, as a goldfish, would like to go skiing and wish I had legs. No, Dorothy will imagine Elmo skiing.
Okay.
And
is this where
Elmo
the hilarity
gets access
ensues?
to these thoughts. And so in one particular episode, where they were talking about babies, Dorothy imagined Elmo being born, and Elmo watched it in Dorothy's thoughts.
Oh, wow. So he's watching himself get
He's
bored.
watching himself be born through his pet goldfish's mind. And that's Elmo's World.
What kind of stoners they got riding for
That's straight up.
It's insane.
That's some straight Donnie Darko shit,
Yeah,
man.
it's weird. It's weird.
Did you have to cover Annie's eyes?
No.
Does Elmo ever do that to go back in time and strangle himself in the womb like Ashton Kutcher did? Elmo doesn't want to live on this world.
Granted, these are the cream of the crop examples. But every episode's got something where I'm watching it and I'm like, what? What is happening?
Yeah, if Elmo's World is this terrifying on the outside, can you imagine what a Muppet womb looks like?
Yeah.
Nope.
It probably has eyes.
Yeah. So that's Elmo's World. That's the kids' show with Elmo.
No wonder why kids are growing up so quick these days.
Yeah.
They're witnessing births, that too.
Because they see some real stuff.
It used to be all right just to say it's the letter A and the number 7.
Yeah.
that used to be all right with me, man.
I blame the hip hop.
Yep.
All right. I'll start when that fucking Katy Perry came on.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm assuming neither of you have seen that clip.
I've seen pictures of it and then had to have a cigarette afterwards.
So that came on one of the episodes, and at first I'm like, well, this isn't so bad because it's front on, and she's clearly wearing like, she got a low cut dress, but it's clearly one of those things that also has sort of an opaque thing connecting to the shoulders. And I'm like, I mean, it's low cut, but it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But then as the song progresses, she's playing tag with Elmo, so it shows her running.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you're like, oh, there it is. There they are.
I gotta gift that later.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's there's
boobs,
world,
man.
There's boobs. Elmo, man.
So, I know a while ago we had maybe put this subject into the ground, but lo and behold, I thought of one last strip club story.
Let's hear it.
Every time we think we're out, they pull us right back in.
Yeah, yep. So, if you would like to hear it,
if you will humor me, let me regale you.
Let's go, man. Screw it.
All right. So, I haven't even thought about this story in years. So
obviously.
No, I don't know how it came to me, but it was months after we recorded that last podcast. I'm and then it came to me how the hell did I forget this one? I won't give a title because that's going to be the catchphrase of it. Okay. So we're just going to build it up a little bit, or try to. So
at the end, you can say, and that was the tale of
the aristocrats.
Like the fucking Midnight Society, man.
Midnight Society. Are you afraid of the dark?
Throw some glitter into the fire. Side note, all of that's on Amazon Prime, and I'm really happy about that.
That's right, it is. So, this was a few years ago back in Minot, and... Okay, now we're there. And so, I went... our good friend, Jared Gebhardt, was a best man for his future brother-in-law. And so it was a bachelor party time. And I've never met this guy, and I don't think he had a whole lot of friends. And so Jared asked, if I would come along, and there was maybe 5 or 6 of us, kind of a small intimate group. And so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So we went to a bar first, and then just had a few drinks and were kind of planning the night. And then, obviously the subject of the strip club came up. And we're like, yeah, let's go. So we go to the, it wasn't the Chicago Club, it was the other one in town. The Gentleman's Club. That's what it was called.
I didn't know Minot had two ever.
Oh, there was two.
Huh? Well, there was the one that was right by the old red carpet there, right? Yeah.
Now it's a bar called Roosters.
Okay. Yeah.
And
that was the one I played at one time. That was weird.
Yeah, we played there. You guys played there. Yeah, anywho.
Yeah.
But yeah, that became a strip club for a while. And this place was known. It had a really high bar that you could, slide down on. It had a hot tub in the stage. Yeah, it was classy.
Real gentleman's club.
Yeah. Yep, real gentlemanly. And so...
Whoa. I don't like that.
Well, I don't know if it was so much a hot tub. It's just a tub.
What? I'm assuming customers were not allowed in this.
No. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever remember anybody actually being in there. It was almost like it was just there for looks.
Oh, God. That's got to be...
I don't remember if anything was ever in there. Because it looked like there's barely... there's not even any water in there. Anywho. So, we get to this place, and they were supposed to be and I say this in quotes, a little bit better dancers than the Chicago Club. They were younger. They weren't past their prime.
Well, you did have to pay a cover to get in there,
which is why
I never fucking went there.
I think it was $5 or whatever. And so we get the bachelor boy up to Sniffer's Row. Let's call it what it is. And so we're we got all of our loose loosies, all of the ones out. And we're like, hey, hello lady. This is a bachelor here. And she's like, oh, okay, let me come on over. Starts strutting over. And, we just, give, I think his name was Tim. the
call him
bachelor.
Tim.
We'll call him Tim.
Yeah.
And so we give Tim,
It's on Facebook now. We gotta start watching. We gotta start watching who we call out.
Yeah.
We can't just call out Andy Sire every time we tell one of stories. Oh shit!
And so,
love you, Andy.
and so so we get Tim up to the the area, and like the girl is just like working him over left and right, got hands in pockets and on his face, and just we're like, all right, good work. And then so like she kind of finishes up, and then we all grab a table and just have another drink. And Tim goes in his pocket and he's like looking for some money. He goes, hey, I'm missing some money. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, I'm missing a $50 bill. We're like, where did it go? I was like, well, I don't know. I had it here, and then I think that stripper just pickpocketed me. We're like, really? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure when she was all handsy in my pocket, she took my $50. I'm like, all right, well, how do we confront this? And so we find the stripper kind of like walking by, and we kind of flag her down, and we say, hey, did you grab some extra money by chance? And, oh no, honey, I didn't. Like, are you sure? Because we had he had $50 when he walked in here, and now it's mysteriously gone, and you're the only one who would have, between now and then,
right,
where this could have happened.
We weren't giving him lap dances.
No, we were not.
Dereck was not at that stage of the night yet.
Oh, it was early.
You went to the strip club early in the night?
Well,
it's the worst decision ever. I've been there.
Or best.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, so, some bickering goes back and forth between
words were exchanged.
like six dudes and this one stripper, and then all of a sudden, like, for lack of a better term, the stripper's pimp shows up. We're just assuming, or manager, I don't know, talent manager, I don't know.
The dude with the earpiece.
Yeah. What seems to be the problem? Guy's like, well, we think she stole $50 from this guy. And, and he goes, really? I'll handle it. And he goes, bitch, what the hell? Or something to that extent. And then they start arguing too. He's like, I didn't do anything. And then like we find like the strip club DJ, who is, the ringmaster of it all, and let him know what's going on. And he goes, not again. Like, maybe not again, but just like, all right, I'll talk to her. And then you kind of start ignoring us a little bit because he's got jams to be playing, girls to be calling out.
He's got a
get ready to do here.
I mean, Chastity's got to get on that stage.
And so, all of a sudden, like the guy and the girl are still arguing, and we're like, you know what? Maybe we'll just go. Tim, I'm sorry you lost your $50. We'll make it worth your while. Let's just get out of here because this is not going to end well.
This is turning ugly.
This is getting weird, and like these two are just arguing back and forth, and now kind of a scene is being made, and so we're like, well, let's go to the Chicago club. They won't rob us there. And so we go to the Chicago club, and we sit on the row, and we're like, all right.
Row?
The Sniffers row.
There you go.
It's just the grossest thing I've ever heard.
I just gotta call it like it is, man. What else are you gonna call it?
We're in a strip club, man. It's not.
You don't want to call it front row.
It's already pretty gross.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, is that so much better than some of the shit you ran into working in a bookstore?
No, that's fair. That's very fair.
So yeah, we go to the Chicago club, and then we all give Tim more money, and the stripper up there comes over, and we're like, hey, here's a bachelor. We just had a hell of a thing happen to him. Take care of him. Like, he just we think the stripper just robbed him essentially, and she goes, oh, and I forget her actual name, but I think she was like, oh, was it Sunshine? I was like, yeah, it was. She's like, oh yeah, Sunshine's my cousin. She just got fired. We're like, oh
man,
shit, man. Yeah, she just called me right before I got on stage. She fired. He's like, I don't know. She does that shit sometimes. I tell her not to do it, but she brought it on herself, and she's doing this while just putting her tits in like his face and everything, like having this conversation. Where it's like, oh man, like you're not going to do that, are you?
Multitaskers.
You're not going to do that, are you? Oh hell no. You know, and it's like, this is a really small, tight-knit community right here. This happened maybe 20 minutes ago.
You know, to me, it's not so much the tight-knit community, it's that she's my cousin.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a family connection there, which makes me want to meet the rest of the family, and also never want to meet that family ever in my life.
Well, and then this is kind of the thing, too. You know, Minot, as well as, let's say, North Dakota and whole, a lot of white people. Both of these two were not white. So it's like they were here, like, must have been on the circuit or the tour. And it's just funny because, like, I don't know. We did not expect two family members working separate bars like a block away from each other.
It doesn't, stripping's not a job like, oh, money's good up here in Minot.
Yeah, or it's a family business.
Right.
Actually, you could kind of say that for...
Well, you could say it now.
Yeah. Oh, now it is, yeah. But yeah, so there's the story in where we got a stripper fired.
Sunshine got fired.
Yeah. And I can't believe I forgot about this whole time until
Pour some out for Sunshine.
Wherever you're at, baby. Hopefully you're still working.
Hopefully you're getting some of that sweet milk Williston money now.
Yeah.
Well, people, they got $50 bills all over the place.
Yeah. They ain't going to notice it missing.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. I figured you guys wouldn't mind one more strip club story.
No. You know, it's something like that. No, I'll go ahead.
It's been 2 months since we've talked about them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys got anything you guys want to talk about?
I did have...
I have a story.
What now?
I have a story.
I worked at Walden Books.
I worked at Walden Books.
It's at least right now, it's time for another entry in Keith's awesome customer service stories here.
Oh, gosh.
Dear Diary.
And so... And I actually wrote this down here because I wanted to make sure that I quoted exactly, because it really does help.
Oh, boy.
On the website where you can leave reviews for the unnamed hotel chain that I work for, you can leave reviews, you know, as long as you have stayed at one of our hotels. And so somebody decided to have a little bit of fun with it, and a hotel called in asking to get this removed from the website because they found it inappropriate. And I will let you two decide for yourselves if you would consider this inappropriate. Review. I asked numerously for phone numbers of prostitutes in the area and said, quote, no old Asian woman, ASIONWOMAN, end quote. There's no periods also, so this entire thing is a run-on sentence. The clerk insisted that old Asian... Oh, he actually spelled Asian and women correctly this time. The clerk insisted that old Asian women were the best. I finally gave in. I called, and after an hour, an old hooker by the name of... And, you know, I'll spell her name first, and then you can decide how you need to pronounce this. S-U-K space M-I... space H-A-R-D, which I'm assuming is pronounced Sook Me Haired.
Yep.
Sounds right?
Sounds
Or
right.
Suck Me Hard.
Oh, I got it now.
I don't think that's it.
Oh, okay.
The whole name
You're probably right.
of Sook Me Haired showed up, Shoe, S-H-E-W, as extremely rough, and when she put the condom on me, after I finished, she said, quote, ha ha, now I'm pregnant with you, baby, you pay for baby, end quote, and ran out butt naked. When I chased her out, I saw her handing half the money I gave her to the clerk. She then high-fived him and ran out the door. I'm pretty sure she pee-peed in my Coke, too. Additional comments. I left my good socks there, too.
Well done. That is the beginning of the next great American novel right there.
So really, I mean, can you find anything inappropriate in that?
You know, sometimes life imitates art. Sometimes it's the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, to tell you the truth,
beautiful.
I mean, if I was staying at one of those hotels and they recommended a hooker to me and she stole my money and impregnated herself and then, you know, ran out and pee-peed in my soda, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too.
Yeah, that's...
So, honestly, I think these are all valid complaints myself.
This isn't the package I
Can
ordered.
you prove that this did not happen?
Exactly. You know, there's cameras in those hotels.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to go back and check the footage. You know, zoom and enhance.
That's awesome.
So, wherever you are truly, truly a warrior for the modern consumer, my friend. And we at Drinkin and Thinkin applaud you.
You're this week's applauder. Applaudee.
So, my family has a tradition of over Christmas or Thanksgiving when we're ever together playing a big family poker game, and I won for the second year in a row.
Nice.
And I won against my brother, who is he has a PhD in physics, and so he's as he's doing it, he's talking about like the odds of different hands and stuff, and I won, and he said, the odds of you winning on that hand were such and such. To which I have this just ready in my back pocket, replied, well, that's why Chewy never tells me the odds.
Bam.
I was pretty happy about that. got to Han Solo.
You got to Han it up.
Did you also go up to his window afterwards and say, how do you like them apples?
Yeah, I should have.
You should have went up to his window, dropped trow, shake your Pen15 at him and be like,
my Pen15.
Yeah, look at this.
Pen15.
Look at it.
I did not spell it out.
Are you serious right now?
No.
You never heard of the Pen15 Club?
Yeah, I don't. It's penis!
Yeah.
God damn it, Keith. You scared me there.
You did actually know about this? This game? Yes or no?
No. I have no idea what the hell
the game would be like an
Are you talking about poker?
No.
Because I've heard of this.
You've heard of poker. No, the pen game. So if somebody, some kid would run up to you and say, hey, I'm starting a club. It's the Pen Club. Do you want to be in it? And as a young child, if somebody says, do you want to be in my club? You, of course, say yes.
Because you always want to be included.
You want to be a part of it. And so they say, well, everyone's got numbers. So I'm Pen 1, Carla's Pen, 7. You're the 15th member, so you're Pen 15, and we have to write it on your arm. So you write Pen 15 on someone's arm, and then you say, I wrote penis on your arm.
It was funnier back in 6th grade when this was happening.
I think it holds up.
I've never heard of that.
Well,
but then again, I mean, you kind of went to, that elementary and middle school, so you kind of went to the ones on the shitty side of town.
That's true.
Were you an Edison kid?
I was.
Yeah.
And Jim Hill.
Oh yeah.
Rockets, bitch.
Are we going to do this again? God damn it. I don't care. You guys and Danny are the only ones that care, so just shut up.
You say that now.
I didn't care then.
Northwest Side.
I was a Perkett kid myself, and then a Ramstead kid.
Yeah.
I was on both sides.
Hey, man.
I went both ways. Yeah.
I was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nobody was there. Anywho, now that we're done shaking our dicks at each other about what elementary school we went to.
Well, this is a video podcast for the first time. We could actually shake our dicks at each other. I could see if I could actually figure out how to pixelate things. I'm still kind of learning my way around Sony Vegas, so...
Maybe not on this one.
This podcast is sponsored by Sony Vegas. Edit your videos, bitch.
That's their official slogan, right?
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Yes.
Yep.
Or actually, speaking of little catchphrases, I was looking.
I was about to say, where are you going with this?
I was looking at the Sharknado. If we can put it back there real quick here.
Bookend it there.
Like
rewind.
Are you done?
I'm good.
Okay.
Nah, man.
So it's funny, like the Sharknado 3 poster is just like a shark, obviously, and then just the words "Oh hell no," or on the poster, or yeah, I'm thinking that right now too.
Yep.
That is the best. Oh hell no.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
Because it's not like hell no. It's oh
hell no. We're doing this again.
Again.
Yeah. But anyways,
if
let's
they
get
really
off the
make those
NATO.
every year, okay, so they can't make them every year
forever.
I mean, Tara Reid's got to have something else.
She's going to die eventually.
Well, apparently she did pose almost nude on her Instagram account because she needs attention.
Well, yeah.
Also,
that's understandable.
Gee, a woman getting almost nude on the internet? Good Lord, where can I go to see such a spectacle?
I read one article, and it was all just so Tara Reid did this, who cares, end of article.
Yep.
Like, that sounds about right.
I like that.
Remember when what's her face? I don't even remember her name. Was supposed to break the internet.
Kim
Do you remember
Kardashian.
that? Was that her? Okay. Yeah.
Who?
Kim Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For what?
With her ass photo where she's like shooting milk on her ass.
Oh my god! Like, have you been
champagne?
on the internet? No, that's old news.
Well,
for the
that's the thing. I mean, it was a video, and it was her. I mean, mostly it's like she was holding like a sheet up or something.
Yeah, with her ass.
And there was like a bottle of champagne wedged between her ass cheeks.
No, it was a glass.
Was it a glass?
And then like the bottle of champagne. Why am I explaining this to you?
Because I didn't look at it that closely because I didn't give a shit. I was mostly,
just jerking off to it.
Fucking A. Not even close, man. Man, I can jerk off to a lot of things, but Kim Kardashian is kind of no.
Really?
No. Even I got standards. I mean, I see a
Since when?
I see a carpet sample in a particular shade of red, and I'm all over that.
Ow! Do you get penis burn then? Like on you don't actually like dry hump the carpet sample.
I mean, I can't.
It's dry, all right.
I can't go in Menards anymore. If that answers your question.
Are you a dry guy?
I mean, if
dry guy. Oh man.
But anyway, yeah. So supposedly these pictures they came with the tagline of "break the internet" because supposedly they were supposed to be so racy and everybody would be going to see them so much that would cause the internet to shut down.
Yeah.
And I looked at him just like,
so.
It's like there's. I mean, do you have any idea what's on the internet?
Yeah.
There's 3 horses fucking a sheep while 2 people watching jerk off.
Shit gets dark.
That literally should break the internet.
And that's
so nobody can see that again.
That's even on shit that's readily available. The stuff that I don't even know what you find if you actually go digging anymore. I mean, back in my heyday, when I was a young man, I'd go spelunking in the depths of the internet and find what I thought was weird shit. And now all that stuff's on the front page of porn sites. And so God only knows it's in the fucking depths of the internet now.
Yeah. As the internet has grown and matured.
It was people fucking like My Little Pony dolls with jagged pieces of glass like taped to their dicks or something.
Ugh. I just shivered right there.
I'm getting pretty sick of every article has to be like, and I had a tweet about this not too long ago, and I'm sure somebody's written something about it, but like every headline is, "Oh, this hack will change your life, and this will break the internet," and like, no, it won't. Like, just give me an honest headline, and I'll probably click on it. Like, here's a mildly interesting story. Like, all right, I got 5 minutes, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Lifehack used to be a household tip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to
it was just like neat little things.
Right? You used to just be able to come out with something and be like, oh, this is a neat little tip, or hey, this is neat little thing you can do. Now it's a fucking life hack. Now it's going to change the way you fucking live your life. And it's like, if you mix this and this, it gets your sinks extra clean.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking life hack. A life hack is figuring out a way to make the ATM give me more money.
Yeah.
That would be a fucking life hack.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way that wrapping a present faster will change my life. I don't care how neat your trick is. That is not a life hack.
No, not at all. I always get suckered in. Well, I've gotten better about those too. But talking about articles with like supposed to be like catchy titles, and I'm so sick of seeing articles that says this one tweet sums up what is wrong with blah blah blah,
right.
And it's just like. Instead of picking just a tweet, just write a fucking article.
Right.
Like, don't have that be your one source right there of quote unquote why something is going down the tubes.
Yeah, you want to see why something's going down the tubes? Go outside.
Yeah.
Go outside or turn on the TV for 5 minutes or put an opinion out on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Comment sections, man.
Watch this. Tweet. I have an opinion about this. Gay, fag, dude, what are you, noob?
Yeah.
There you go.
Stuff's dark, man.
It is.
It really is. Coffee. Dark coffee.
Which brings us, remember like the other day, I think Danny, we were talking about that Peter Griffin impersonator at New York Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, I don't know why this blew up so big. It's just a fat guy who sounds like Peter Griffin. It's like, you know what? We need this, all right? Yeah. There's some hard-ass shit going out there right now. God damn it, we need to laugh a little bit. That's why it blew up.
Because this is the only funny thing happening right now.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing out there.
Yeah.
Right now, we need another grumpy cat. Just someone we can look at and be like, "Aw."
We need like a grumpy squirrel.
He hates everything. So do I. I like him. Are you looking at his junk?
Yeah.
It's nice looking junk.
It is. It's symmetrical.
Yeah. I found out an amazing life hack that will change your life forever. Number 7 blew my mind. Brittany, you're number 12. Okay, but no, for real. So, if you have...
What?
That's every post.
I get it.
Every post is
like,
oh my gosh, number 12 is so funny. 7, that's you, Stephanie.
Oh, like, yeah. Gotcha.
Just, blah.
Remember that one time? I don't know. I tried to chime in.
Although I totally admit that I found a YouTube video making fun of like the different kinds of drummers, and I totally sent that to Dereck and said like, "Hi, you're number 6." And I totally fucking did that, but in my defense, he actually was almost completely mimicking you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually was you.
You were in that video for real.
Yeah. He's got a point there.
Yeah.
So anyway, with Amazon Prime, you can choose free pickup, like at your house for deliveries. And I did this. And for whatever reason, the delivery guy just never came by to pick it up. And so I wake up one morning and I check my email and I see, oh, your delivery's been refunded and processed. And I'm like, I still have the package here.
Yeah.
And you know, I had some stuff ordered and my birthday's coming up, so I was worried that maybe I was worried like one of my packages showed up or somebody sent me something. UPS guy saw that before I got to it,
away.
Slapped the return label on it and took it.
Oh.
And so, you know, I talked to Amazon and they were like, nope, the package just never got picked up. It was past our window, so we just refunded your money. You get to just keep the item. So, if you have Prime, always choose pick up at the door.
Nice. Because you might get to keep it.
So you might just keep it.
So there's an actual life hack for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that great since generally if you're returning something, it's defective or not right. So what are you going to do with it? But
you're going to set it on fire.
If you have a stupid UPS delivery person, this can work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or I suppose if you
tell them Dereck,
or if you're just friendly with your UPS guy, like, here's
Bill.
$20. Maybe you just don't swing by tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, maybe you fall off the truck tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jamoke.
Boopity boppity. And you put on your tracksuit and your gold chains, and you have a nice...
And you head down to the social club.
And then we all realize none of us are Italian.
Not even close.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
I like pizza, and that's...
Got a whole lot of German over here.
Yeah, a lot of Norwegian over here.
Eat some sausage.
Yep.
Yep.
And on the sausage note, you guys want to wrap this one up, or
you want to
wrap this up like a sausage?
One in the case?
Yeah.
You want to stuff
case
it?
this meat?
You want to shove it in some intestines?
Yeah. You want to freeze it and then maybe eat it at a later time?
Oh, this is weird.
I suppose we could there. The only thing I was going to have Dereck explain how he was losing his mind, which is why we're recording here, because I think that the last couple of days are funny.
Oh well, I don't know how. I know that I've just been thinking about guitars nonstop because guitars, and
we've been buying a lot of shit lately.
It's true. I don't know if it's that funny of a story. I just had like partitioned 2 different future tracks of events in my mind. One was hanging out with family and one was hanging out with friends, and until yesterday I did not realize, I cannot do all of these things simultaneously.
We're not that close.
No.
All of us.
But that's just me being dumb. That's not a great story. It's just punchline. I'm dumb.
Yeah. Capital D-U-M.
D-U-M.
It was funny if you were there.
It was funny if you were there.
So come hang out with us.
Let's keep talking about it.
Yeah.
So this all began in 1903 with the sign. Okay.
The signing of the Declaration of Dependence.
That depends.
Yeah, something like that.
John Depends was.
All right.
Alright, well, fuck it, yeah. Let's,
We're not very funny.
Fries are mouthful.
Fries are fries.
This is going to be wrapping up the...
It's episode 200?
I think it's 201, actually.
201, episode...
Yeah.
End of episode 201.
I just call everything episode 69 until I actually go and look at the numbering. Which I don't... My method of numbering these things and your method of numbering them are, like, different. So,
they are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I figure if I just keep numbering them my way, eventually you get too sick to change it.
Nope. I'll never get sick.
We'll see that.
So this will be episode number 7, I believe.
769.
769.
Okay.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
So, yep, this is going to wrap up this episode of Drinkin and Thinkin. We are your co-hosts. My name is Dereck.
My name is Dereck.
And I'm the odd one out. My name is Keith.
We are all on Twitter. I'm at Dereck Ostdahl. You're at Dereck Pinnick. And you're at Keith Hagel.
Yes, sir.
And we also have a website where you can find this podcast and other things that we create in what we try to do in a comedic fashion at isayfunnythings.com.
That's .com.
.com. Not one of those new
.net
dots
is
anythings.
porn.
And we also have a SoundCloud page as well where all of these recordings can be found.
And we also have a brand new Facebook page. So you should go to facebook.com/Drinkin and Thinkin.
Drinkin and Thinkin.
Yeah.
God, I hope that's the actual URL. I don't know. Search for Drinkin and Thinkin. It's either us or a country song that comes up.
Yeah.
I wish that was a joke.
We're the one that's not a song.
We're the one that's not country.
We're trying to grow it, so if you listen to this, somehow, go like our page on Facebook if you choose to use that fucking website.
Yeah. Tell a friend or two.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo!
Bye.
Yeah, I think we're going to be out. Get drunk and fuck yourself.
How's it taste, motherfucker?